What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Cities Skylines, where we're thinking about expanding a little bit further into this area, possibly. I don't know. I'm going to try and keep it around the highway for right now. But as it stands, we've got this sizable chunk of land to play around with. I may relocate some of the water pump plants a little bit further, actually upriver, so that they're not getting brackish water in there. There's no real designator to let you know where the water is brackish and where the water is moving around from. Like, you know the direction that it's moving, but you don't know how salty it is. I assume since this is an outflow, this would actually be fairly fresh up and in here until you got... I can't angle the camera anymore, but I can't see where the... I guess the ocean's probably out that way. This should still be reasonably fresh. I see no reason that salt water would suck up in here at all. Got a fire over there? Oh, well, they already put it out. Good for them. I'll start bulldozing. We got a bunch of abandoned buildings up and in here, and that's going to be for various reasons. Whether or not it doesn't have the clientele. For these, it's going to be because you left them for too long without workers. I'm going to try and move some of this industrial to over here so that we can take some of the stress off of this residential zone, which is where I think the majority of these are drawing their workers from. Our educational systems right now are not going so great, but we did just hit 7,500 a little bit ago, so we could put in the educational reform if we wanted to, and this should force people to, like, go through... Yeah, I don't know. We need to do something, though, so let's keep an eye on our surplus for right now. That's going to cost us... It's going to increase the budget by 25%, but that's not that bad. We need more people to be educated, and that's all there is to it. So it looks like it dropped us by about 600 bucks per week, and that's not terrible because we have such a large surplus right now anyways that I don't think we have to worry about it. I need more people to be educated, and I have no idea what's gone wrong with our educational system. I assume it has something to do with the transit system. That's just what I'm blaming it on right now. Unless both of these, when I checked on them last, they weren't operating at max capacity. They were 234 and there's 700 in the city, and so the other one's over here. So see, that one's 231. So yeah, we definitely have like missing students around here. Oh, there's one up there too. 231. So that's 234. We've got 237, and then down here, where was the other one at? We've got 234. Actually, we've got more students than we have elementary school students in the city. That's a little weird. Or is this city-wide? I think it's only for this school, though. This has got to be only for this school, right? I don't know. I just don't know. The numbers don't add up, though. I mean, they sort of do. 240-ish times 3 would put us up to 720-ish. So, yeah, I guess it does make sense. That means we're providing for all the students in the city. I just don't know what's going on with all this nasty redness and the lack of education. The schools are available. Does it have to do... What does this do? The university... Maybe that's why. I don't think that's why either. Putting a university in, though, we would want to have high volume, wouldn't we? We want to have it in an area where there's lots of people running around. High school might be the other issue. We have 3 of them, though. I mean, they live next door to a high school, and they're still not getting it done. So there's 467 right there. There's... Let me run through this. I'm just trying to tabulate in my head how many we have. There's 500 right there, so we're already up to 1,000. And then this one right here has 600. So yeah, the numbers add up. Like, we're providing for all the students. It's just like the educational quality or something is just like really, really bad. And I don't know if we can get over that by increasing just like the shit out of the educational budget, or just don't know. Free public transport might work too. So maybe I should set up some more bus stations and things and make those work out. We got some bus lines running around, but maybe running those in front of the schools will make our lives a tad easier. I wish there was a thing that I could click that would make schools and stuff show up with little tabs like these right here, these little floaties, so that I could organize things a tad better, but that school's already taken care of. It's gotta be... It's not traffic related either, though, too, because there's not traffic jams like anywhere, so... Yeah, after digging around for a little while, I figure it's got to be due to the transit system that our education is so bad. So maybe we'll start working on the bus lines a little bit better. Like, start putting in bus stops that go a little bit further on into the city. Like, essentially maybe... So we've got a school up here, for example. And where did it go? There's a school over here. See, this is my big problem, is that I got to, like, find the stuff that I... Okay, so there's a school... Right there, there's a high school. Let's go ahead and we're going to go to the bus transit system. And since there's a high school right here, it's already being serviced. So let's go to the other high schools. This one right here. Are you being serviced properly? You are not. And so what I would recommend doing is possibly... Where was that high school at? It's right there. So let's put a bus line that starts right here. We will add a... No. We'll add a stop right... God, this is so wacky sometimes. It's just so ridiculously wacky. Okay, so we'll add a stop right here. We'll have that stop go down through here for the industrial people. No! For the industrial people. It'll go up through this neighborhood. And then along the way... How long are bus lines typically? How long is a bus line? Do we have to go down to the end? Oh, we do. So I probably just want this to go to here then. I was hoping to set up something that would get all these students taken care of too, but unfortunately it's just not doing it. So we'll go over here, and then we'll connect with our... I want you to come around this road right here and then connect. So right there, and then there you go. Complete the line. It's a little bit scattered. I could get that to go a little bit better. But one of the downsides to being on camera is that you kind of just have to like move along and stop fiddling with things sometimes. Just like keep things in motion because people do lose patience with you. We'll go down here. We need to run some water down to this section. So let's get these people all taken care of. They don't even have workers down and in here. So it might be a decent time to start setting up regional transit as well for like metro systems and things like that. The metro that we can set up. So does the subway, it goes 15,000. And how exactly does this occur? So let's say that we set up a metro like in here, right? In this very, very populated area. It looks like I have to run tunnel. And it is noisy. Maybe I'll save that for the bigger cities. I think I'll try and stick with buses for right now because we're small enough at the moment to where I don't think we need it. So let's put in a bus stop down here. This bus is going to get work done right here. This bus is going to fly. It's going to try to anyways. I don't know if it'll succeed because it's not really built for aeronautics. But I'm going to try and make this whole thing work. And unfortunately... Ooh, that might not work the way I want it to. I may have planned this wrong. Hold on, we'll go back this way. So if I go to Mia. Yes, Mia, there it is. So Mia has been accomplished. Then if I go to Mia. And then maybe I take this one up to... I don't know. Maybe out to the industrial area possibly to help out with workers. And then they come back this way. How long can you make these bus lines, by the way? Like, is it like absurdly, ridiculously long? There we go, that'll work. I mean, that's a really, really long bus line, but we needed stuff to go out to the industrial area too, and this will help with congestion of traffic. Where else do we have education at? So we have no education up here. Education still, it's recovering a little bit. It's gone up from like, to be fair, it's gone up from like 51 to 45 in the last episode or two. It's getting there, I suppose. I don't know. Our bus system's probably not good enough. Probably not good enough. And so do I have anywhere else that is not being properly serviced by a bus line? That one's doing okay. I mean, most of these people, you gotta figure they're lazy because like a block away to the bus stop. Like, I've walked a long-ass way to get to the bus stop before. Just saying. Just throwing it out there. Meanwhile, other educational buildings. Yes, you're being serviced now, correct? Yes, you're being serviced. Good. You are being serviced. Okay. And then where else are we here? That's it? I thought we had more than this. And that's just high schools, right? So now we need to look at elementary schools and figure out if they are being properly serviced. I think we can reasonably say that that elementary school is doing okay. That one, however, does have a bus stop, but we should probably make another one that runs this line over here. Sure, it really, really wants to go this way, so I'm just going to let it do it. I'm not going to argue with it for a while. We'll put that in right there. Actually, let's go back, and I'm going to have this go down each line. Have this meander slightly. I don't know if these bus lines are too long. I've never actually like looked at a bus map and tried to see like if things go too far, if it takes too long. And then we complete the line right there. That should help out in this area, at least with a little bit of transit. And where was that school at? It's right there. That should help out a tiny bit. That's a small walk from the bus stop, so it should work out. So now that we've gotten that one taken care of, what's going on with this one over here? I'm just trying to build transit around certain things, and then after we do that, we'll start hooking things together. How many buses can we have, by the way? So we have 13 buses, I think. We have 6 bus lines. Well, get out of the way. I don't want to look at you right now.
You're like, but I'm so pretty. People always tell me that I'm a solid 10 out of 10. Believe me when I say that I am the dime of buses.
Let's see here. We got a bus depot. It has 30 buses in use. Okay, that works out all right. We'll have to wait and see how things go from here on in. Hopefully we'll start to see a little bit of recovery. The next thing we need to work on is transit that goes to this area using assigned lines. So essentially what we're looking for is things that go from residential areas all the way out to the industrial area and back so that they can work properly. And so what I would start with, I would usually say that we should just start in the residential area. Is that a one-way or something? Why are you trying to do this so desperately? It really, like, sometimes the bus lines just want to do what they want to do, and there's not much you can do about it. And so if I take you guys up to... see what's causing this problem for me right now. It's also, I'm getting a little bit... Go to there, we'll go to there. We'll add a stop there, we'll add a stop there. There we go. Maybe I'm just not adding enough stops. Maybe that's the problem, and so that works. Oh, you've also got to go on the side of the road that you want. Okay. Alright, well that'll help out a little bit then. And so we'll have that bus line go to there. And it reconnects to right there. So we'll have it go down through this residential area. And then loop back in. There it is. So we've got another bus. We've got kind of like a convoluted public transit system. You're going to have to figure it out if you move into town. But I think this is the big thing that we need to focus on, is getting people around and also off the streets with anything but buses. I prefer to everything to be done on public transit in our town because it just makes life easier. And also, it's a way better solution. Like, frankly, lots of people in the U.S. have cars and whatever, but living in a big metropolitan area, which I do, I wish that there was a lot more public transit. Like, there's not trains or anything. Like, we have Bay Area Regional Transit, so we have BART, which runs to some places, and then we have Amtrak, but that's pretty much it. Like, until you get into the city, there's not a whole lot of ways to get around. So bus lines that have been running, that's looking good right now. I think most of our city is being serviced with bus lines, at least a little bit. We have commercial needs right now, which I think I'm all right for. We could take a commercial break for just a second. God, that would be the worst if YouTube channels could just, like, take commercial breaks whenever they wanted to. That would be downright horrific. It would just be way too much. Alright, so they're all turning around down here, and so I'm thinking, instead of turn around for what? Oh, that's right. We have that problem right there. Okay, so... yeah, I remember doing that. I remember doing that and thinking about it when I did it and being like, I'll fix it later. And then I didn't. Why are you so crooked?
I'm like, well, times are hard, and sometimes you have to resort to a little bit of criminality in order to get the job done. It is what it is. Don't judge me for my chosen profession. Without criminals, you would have no need for the good guys. So, hey, you know, you kind of need me around if you really want to think about it kind of philosophically or whatever.
I'm like, sir, that is sophistry. That is not an actual point that you just made to me. This area down here, if you're wondering why I haven't done any high-density stuff, that's what this area is going to be down here. And I am so ready for it. I just need to make sure that I plan this properly before anything else goes wrong. So they've got that right there. I'm just going to let them, people coming out of town can just do this right here. I'm going to let this count as my two-way transit. I think I should probably get another one built right here that feeds into this one and goes this way so that once we get, well, I don't actually think that I'll need to. What I will need to do is get both of these highways all filled out though. And so where does this loop around? That loops around from right there. Which means that a real cogent point for us to put in a overpass would be right here and connect it right there. And then this one's running this way. And so, oh, that's so confusing. It's just because I have limited brain power to run off of, and it upsets me. I don't know, we could just leave it how it is. Just like one freeway going out this way. Until we connect with something down this way, it's not going to matter anyways, so I wouldn't worry too heavily about it. I don't know if people are going to use this highway, though. That's the other problem, is that since it dead ends out right there, we may have to actually connect it to this to get intake, and then maybe delete this and have it come back down here for our outtake. That might be what I actually do. I think I like to build in straight lines too much, and it's getting in the way of me actually, like, completing things. God, we have so much money right now because I'm moving so slowly, but I promise I'll do better next time. I'll do better! Don't leave me! Never leave me if you belong to me! So I need you to go down to there. Right? And then in order for this to work properly, so that's going to be traffic. Wow, that is the worst transition ever right there. Although this is just through traffic. Okay, so this is for people to go from there through there to get into town. Whatever, it'll work fine. I'm a little bit worried about it because I'm bad at video games, but I'm sure I can make it work somehow. And then instead, we'll go over to here. We'll pop that up by a layer. And we'll do our best to get this one back on track, kind of. Going this way. Ew, that's so awful looking. That's so awful looking. Maybe it's because I don't like do enough stop-offs. I know how much money that just cost me. We have a surplus right now. It's fine. We have a big-ass surplus. What is government for if not for wasting money? This is what we do right now. This is what we do. So anyways. Is that still upraised too? I should probably lower this, shouldn't I? Damn it! Why am I so bad at video games? What did I ever do to the universe to deserve being this bad at particular video games? Okay, so from right there, I would suggest that we go like this. And from there, I could probably maybe straighten it out slightly, but damn is that ugly. It does not look pretty. I mean, it does look now. It looks kind of pretty right now, but I don't know. That elbow is going to drive me crazy if I don't do this properly. And so that's going to allow people to go out. Yeah, from both directions. That'll work out fine, actually. That looks cool. I can handle it. This whole area right here, though, I like the way this looks. I mean, it looks a little odd right there. There's a weird elbow in all of it. But I'm happy with our goals right now. So we have a way for these people to get across the freeway, and there's probably an easier way to do this that someone will point out to me after I do this, but you know what? I am obsessed with overpasses because that's all we have in my area. Like, just loads and loads of overpasses. And they're not even intelligently designed. They're just, like, all over the place until you get to, like, the 5. And then after the 5, they work out fine. But if you're in the Bay, the overpasses are just, like, everywhere, and they loop all over the place, and they make no sense. In fact, most of it looks like this right here. This would be your average overpass in the Bay Area. Just shit going everywhere, signs flashing at you, people honking at you, flipping you off. It's fun! Welcome to Bay Area Regional Transit. Whee! Well, anyways, Bay Area traffic. And so now that we have that, we might be able to do something. I don't know if I want to build over here or if I want to build over here, but either way, we're going to have to hop the freeway, and there's nothing that we can do about that. So I think what I might consider, we can actually have this feed in. Ah, it's on the wrong side on both sides. That's upsetting. No, it's not. We can have it feed in this way right here, and then we can have it feed in over here like so to our little big city area, I guess. This is probably going to be super janky, but we'll give it a try. How's that sound? We'll give it the old college try. So how do I want to do this? I got to plan this out for a second. I got to stare at it. My brain power is being underutilized. So we've got that right there. That leads in. Since we've already got this right here, we sort of just want this to go over to here. And then we convert this into a normal road, correct? And so I figure for the big city, a 6-lane road would probably do it. And then we connect it with 4-lane roads on the inner parts. I don't know. Seems alright to me. Seems alright to... Actually, we should probably run the highway around it, shouldn't we? I don't know exactly how this functions. That should look like a map of a big city. And just, like, see how this basically functions. Because, honestly, we've got that right there. We need off-ramps. So there's one off-ramp. Over here, we would need another one. I think I can make this work, though. Let's fiddle with it for a second. God, this is going to be ugly. I'm telling you right now, it's going to be bad. I don't know if I should do highways, though, that run around my city, or what I should do. So let's do that to right there. And then after that point, technically we don't need two-way roads. We just need one-way roads, right? So I see no real benefit. Like, I'm having trouble seeing... Here, go to curvy mode. Oh, that's why it wasn't working. I'm an idiot. Okay, so that's cool. I say that a lot during this series because this is really, like, outside the ordinary of games that I play on the channel. I do play these by myself, but I rarely play these on the channel. So with trees, the trees are pretty cool. Do the trees. I like trees. Let's make this happen right here. No, I said I wanted swoopy roads. Freeform road. There we go. That's what I wanted. And so... yeah, that'll work. So if we have like a one-way road that sort of just like weaves around down here. I think that should allow us, anyways, conceivably. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so let me straighten you out real fast. See, I don't know if I should actually be doing this with, like, the roads, but I'm doing my best here. I was going to make it run, like, one way, like a train track, all around the city, basically. And then I was going to do little two-way thoroughfares that they could go in between on the inside, just to play around with that idea, because I'm not familiar with the game that much, and so I just want to try out new stuff, and if it backfires, I guess it backfires. But right now, my plan was, anyways, just to have this happen, like, all around the sides. And then, you know, people can scream at me and tell me I'm doing it wrong if they want. I'm okay with that. I think I can live with it. And in fact, if I had planned to do this in the first place, I could do an off-ramp. Yeah, I could do an off-ramp from right here, so I don't even need to worry about it anymore. Let's try it. If it backfires, it backfires, I guess. If it backfires, it backfires. Sometimes you just gotta live with the fact that this may not work the way you want it to. There. And so we've got a one-way road that runs all the way around the outside of our city. It's 6 lanes. It's pretty much the thickest that you can possibly get. And then what I was going to do is I'll take 4 lanes and I'll connect these across maybe. Just playing around with new ideas. I mean, feel free to let me know down in the comments whether or not this idea is going to work. I actually feel... Oh, there's a jetliner right there. I never noticed that. Holy shit. Well, let's see how close we can get. Where is it? Oh, I think that... There it is. That's kind of cool. I need to raise my altitude if we're gonna, like... Oh, we can't get that. I wanted to, like, go around the side of it and, like, see which way it was pitching and turning and whatnot. Alright. Well, this is looking pretty good. So, with the off-ramp on this side, maybe drop that real fast and then just have it feed into right there. We may want to come up with a lot more plans, though, just to make this work a little bit better. So we have that feed in right there. And then the traffic's going the wrong direction right here, so we would have to leap over. Ah, I should have built this road on the inside. Ass. Oh, that makes me so upset. That makes me so upset. Oh, I did that so wrong, and I am going to need an overpass over here just to make this work. It's unfortunate, but it's going to have to happen. What does that do? Oh, there's a transfer where you can turn around? Oh, well, that solves the problem nicely. That might cause traffic jams. I don't put a lot of faith in this plan. I don't don't see that working in the real world. So what I should have done, so lesson learned this time, is that I should have made the traffic that's going to be getting off onto the freeway on the inside. So this would have had to be closer to the road. Technically, I could rebuild this right now, because this road serves no real function right now, aside for people getting into the city from this side. So there's that. But I don't see anybody, like, driving on it. So that might change once we get the city up and running. I don't know. I'm contemplating things right now. I'm going to break the episode. Yeah, let's go ahead and break the episode off right here because I'm going to contemplate for a little bit. And once I've contemplated think, thank, thunk a little bit, we'll figure out the way we want to go through this. Feel free to leave your ideas down below. I do batch record, so unfortunately they may not get implemented for a while, but I do read them every now and again. Try to be nice about them because I have delicate sensibilities and I get sad when people say mean things to me. So I'll see you later. Hi to everybody.